Good morning. Can you hear me? Are you muted?
Good morning, Matt.
I can hear you now. Okay. I was going to make a wisecrack about how judges should be just seen and not heard, but okay.
There you go. Actually, if you all had your own mute button for me.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
We got the additional 2 hours of community service for Josh Wallman, but he is unable to get logged in. So I told him I would
Okay.
pass on the info.
Perfect. I will also share with you that Jamie Johnston, she's a review, has been trying to log in and is not able to do it. So I'll put this on the record at the appropriate time. But he's making the effort, and I just got off the phone with her about 15 minutes ago.
What? How they're not getting in there, but whatever.
I won't give you my opinion. If I can get on, anyone can get on. I am not a technological genius, and I've managed to survive from about 35 Zoom mediations so far.
Yeah. I know. I've done a bunch of Zoom in other courts, and yeah, it works. I think in federal way they're using Zoom, but they've been talking about it, but it hasn't happened. I guess it's not completely secure. And my thoughts, which I verbalized, were that open court is still open court. What's the big deal of other people? And like three people in unison almost said, "Flash porn, flash porn. They're going to disrupt." Well, it hasn't happened.
Oh my God! And if they did, I guess we're all going to be ruined for life.
I think it's the
Right?
recordings too.
My eyes.
Yeah, I know.
Where's the salt water bath to cleanse my eyes?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this one, the reason they're using this one is because it's secure. But
Yeah.
we haven't had any obvious problems, with our unsecure Zooms. But they're doing some update on Zoom that's mandatory for everything that apparently addresses that, and that's supposedly coming this month.
You're
I
not the
obviously. What's
I
that,
don't-
Kim?
She asked if you were Hector's attorney.
No, it was Donna Person Smith.
Donna, yeah. Is he? I'm not sure about the status of that. I don't know if she
The victim
withdrew
is
on the
asking.
other one.
What's that?
Were you
What's that,
asking
Matt?
me or Kim?
No, I asked what was that last statement?
Oh, about Donna. I don't know if she withdrew on the review or if she appeared on the new one or neither.
Yeah,
Uh,
the issue is not that. The issue on that is the wife is asking to try to get us to rescind the Pierce County DVPO, indicating that Pierce County has told her we can do it somehow
We have our own.
because we have that possibility of changing Pierce County orders.
all powerful courts. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
People don't get that.
if only.
I got a
Oh yeah.
question.
Oh yeah.
And the not obviously people are going to be in non-compliance because they places. Okay.
Right.
How long do you want me to go out to set them? Because I have to.
Why don't we get Matt and Aaron to chime in on that? We're talking about people non-compliance because they can't get near their treatment agencies. And we're talking about how long we should set them out. I think we should get Aaron and you and get a response on that instead of just doing it without any information. So we'll do that. So when Aaron shows up, he's got a long drive this morning.
Yeah.
FYI, Matt, we'll be doing the next court hearing virtually as well.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Okay.
But
Hey,
then
Kim.
we're gonna try the first one in July. Actually, parts of it live, and parts of it will have all of ours, hopefully phones and everything in front of us. We're going to actually allow phones in court on that day because we're going to do probably the arraignments, the arraignments we could do by Zoom, and then I want to do the reviews and the pre-trials in person, and then I will do the later on without you guys the infractions by Zoom. So we're going to kind of slowly open this back up. That's of
Soft
course if
open.
nothing else happens.
Yeah,
You
no
had a
kidding.
question, Kim?
Do you have a question, Matt?
No, actually, I've been watching the Orting City Council on cable TV, and I see they're doing Zoom.
They're doing blue jeans. This whole
Oh,
the
is it
city of
Blue
Orlando
Jeans?
is all
They
doing
don't
blue
tell you
jeans.
on cable. Okay, okay. Well, I got to
You
get
got to
their
be
money's
really
worth.
bored watching that on cable.
It's been interesting though, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, it has been. Yeah, I
I'm
think
watching.
that was earlier with the shut-in thing, but yeah, I think John, you called it.
Yeah,
You called it.
they are having reruns of Roseanne on.
Yay.
Kevin, some of that
All
stuff
right,
so freaking.
I'm gonna go talk to Kim for a bit, and we'll get going. We have only a few people in the lobby right now. Do we have one person still, or we have 4 or 5 people in the lobby so far? And he'll send us their
It's not 8:45.
Is it?
It's
8:38. It's close enough.
I
All right.
got another question.
All right.
And a very good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Hello.
That's all right. I can probably handle this right now. Well, I'm doing it. I have to do it with when I have Kim's, so I'm sort of getting used to it.
Or you could take mine.
Mr. Walls. I did.
Hi there.
I got the complaint and everything last night, so we're good to go.
Okay.
Hello? Oh, shit. I just switched my camera on accident.
Yeah, curious over Lexus.
Do I see? Right. Mr. Walls, are you there?
I am.
All right, and looks like we have a few people here, and I'm going to go through the rights form for everybody in the courtroom, and then I am going to see if you have any that you want to take out of order. All right, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to Orting Municipal Court. This is the arraignment calendar, and I'm going to go through your rights. And I want to make sure everybody understands. So if at any point that you don't understand when I bring you up, please let me know. We'll go through those rights with you. You are charged with a criminal offense that carries a possible jail sentence. You should understand that you have the following rights. You're presumed innocent of any charge unless the charge is proven beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a speedy trial. If you're held in jail before trial, you must be brought to trial within 60 days of your commencement date. If you're released from jail before trial, you must be brought to trial within 90 days of your commencement date. You have a constitutional right to a jury trial, unless you specifically give up that right by signing a jury trial waiver. You have the right to see, hear, and question all witnesses who testify against you. You have the right to call witnesses on your own behalf. You may have the court subpoena those witnesses to appear and testify at no prior expense to you. You have the right to testify on your own behalf. You also have the right to remain silent and not give any testimony or present any evidence in your defense. Your silence cannot be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney of your own choosing at arraignment and at all proceedings. If after your screen it is determined you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. Even though you do not have an attorney at arraignment, you do not waive your right to have an attorney in any later proceeding. For those of you who do need to talk to an attorney, we do have standby counsel Matt Resnick with us, and if it's necessary, we'll be able to put you in a room to talk to him. If you feel you cannot have the fair trial because of a bias or prejudice of a particular judge, you have the right to ask for a different judge within 10 days of assignment to that judge. You're only entitled to one change of judge. You have the right of appeal from any judgment of guilty entered by this court. To begin the appeal, you must file a written notice of appeal in this court within 30 days of the judgment. If you plead guilty, you give up or waive all of your rights listed above, except for the right to be represented by an attorney. If you are not a citizen of the United States, a plea of guilty to an offense punishable as a crime of state law may be grounds for deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, or denial of naturalization pursuant to the laws of the United States. All right, Mr. Walls, do we have any that you'd like to take out of order?
I believe Mr. Fontes is here with the attorney.
All right. And Mr. Fontes? I don't see him. Oh, good morning. And your attorney is here as well?
I am.
Yes.
I apologize. I was muted. Luis Carlo for Mr. Fontes, appearing virtually.
All right. Good morning. I'm going to go through. Mr. Fontes, did you hear the rights I just read?
Yes, I did.
And do you understand each and every right that we explained on that statement I just made?
Yes, I do.
And Mr. Is it Carlo? Is that who's the defense attorney?
Luis Carlo, Your Honor. And Mr.
Okay, Mr. Carlo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you gone through the rights with him as well?
Actually, I have not, because Your Honor went through them. I believe Your Honor did an excellent job. I did. Mr. Fontes hired last night. I did receive from Mr. Walls a copy of the complaint and discovery already. So this time we'll waive further formal reading and ask the court to enter guilty.
All right, thank you. So further formal readings hereby waive. Probable cause is established by the probable cause statement. Anything from the city?
No, Your Honor. I believe conditions are already set. This is the first offense.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Fontes, you're charged by the city of Orting that on or about 5/30/2020, you're charged the crime of DUI in violation of RCW 46.61502. To that charge, a plea of not guilty is entered. Further formal ratings hereby waived. Probable cause has been established based on the probable cause statement. You're also being charged on the same date of 5/30/2020 in Orting, Washington, with the crime of resisting arrest in violation of RCW 9A76040. To that charge, a plea of guilty is entered. Probable cause established by the probable cause statement. I am going to release you on your own personal recognizance. Conditions are released. What's our date that we're going to? Conditions of release are making all court appearances. Notify of any address change. Have no law violations. Use no alcohol or drugs during the pendency of this action. Do not drive a motor vehicle without a license and insurance.
30 days out is.
And we are going to set this. Actually, we're going to go one more then because I want this.
21st.
We're going to set that for July 21st, 2020 at 10 o'clock a.m. Is there any problems with that, Mr. Carlo?
I'm just checking right now my calendar. I do not believe so, Your Honor. No conflicts.
All right, and the reason I'm setting it out a little bit over the 30 days, Mr. Carlo, is that is the first date we're going to start having in-person hearings again. So I do like to do my pre-trials. I want those to be in person going forward. So I'm going to set it on that day. Anything else? Anything else, Mr. Walls?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Carlo, anything else you can think of?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Fontes, do you understand the terms of this order now? And we will be sending out a copy.
Yes, I do.
All right. Thank you. Have a good morning, and you are free to go.
Thank
Good
you.
morning.
Your Honor, I see Mr. Hartstrom is on. I believe he's on the 9:30, but that's a city motion to dismiss pursuant to an SSC. We've already filed a motion.
All right. Let me take a peek at that one. Oh, my motion. All right, don't worry about it. I think there's one attached, Kim. All right, so Mr. Harstrom, are you there? I think you're muted. Mr. Hartstrom, can you hear me? Unmute him myself, or? All right, can you hear me, sir?
This is Mr. Hartstrom's daughter. I'm trying to get him connected here, but and
Okay.
telling him to mute. So
All right. Right now, the city is making a motion to dismiss with prejudice. I'm assuming he has no objection, and so
correct.
I'm going to sign the motion to dismiss, and he has completed the SOC. That's what I'm hearing. Is that correct, Mr. Walls?
That's correct.
All right. So I am dismissing this case. And you're Mr. Hartstrom? Mr. Hartstrom, you're on mute, so there's a little cross across the microphone on your screen there somewhere. And so if you hit that, you're good morning. How are you doing?
Good.
All right, we're dismissing your case because it looks like you've complied with the SOC, and congratulations. You did a good job. Thank you. All right, your case is dismissed, and we'll be sending out that order.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're done for today. All right, Mr. Wallace.
Your Honor, that's all I had out of order at this point.
All right, I just note that you did not sign. I will note that you've approved this order.
Yes.
All right. And was the second case of Hartstrom just a review?
I believe they were.
Both of them are on.
Okay, they're both on here. All right, great. Thank you. So we'll just go down and see who we have on the list. That one's done. And it looks like
Seriously?
That's why I just logged on.
It's just set us now in print.
Mr. Harstrom, we can still hear you. Please mute your phone. He doesn't. I don't know. I don't see any of the people here. Right, but do we know who this is? No. And so when they're checking in without their full name, it's hard.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I see.
Andrew Naval, he's on.
Rusby Sides. Rusby Sides. You have to take your computer off mute, Mr. Sides. Mr. Sides. All right.
This is phone audio. No.
Good morning. Mr. Sides, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Were you here when I read off the rights form for the arraignment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you understand each and every one of those rights?
I did.
All right. You're charged by the you're charged by the city of Orting that on or about May 8, 2020 in Orting, Washington, committed the crime of driving under the influence in violation of RCW 4661502. To that charge, I'm entering a plea of not guilty, waiving further formal reading, and based on the probable cause statement, I will find that there is probable cause. Anything from the city?
Your Honor, this is a first offense DUI. I'd ask for standard conditions.
All right. Mr. Sides, do you have an attorney?
No, Your Honor.
What is your current financial circumstance? I mean, are you working right now?
I'm working. My wife is laid off right now.
All right. And what is your monthly earnings?
Monthly, it's about 2,600.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't qualify for a public defender. You'd have to be around 1,100 a month. So you do need to contact an attorney because this is a criminal offense that carries a possible jail sentence of up to 1 year in jail. So I do recommend you go ahead and contact an attorney. Mr. Rustic can also give you some information about him or other attorneys that you can look to help you out there. I am going to at this point, where's my form to fill out? I'm going to go at this point, release you on your own personal cognizance. The conditions of releasing you are you have to make all court appearances. We're actually going to hopefully have a live appearance on 7/21 at 10 o'clock a.m. Notify if there's any address change, have no law violations, have no alcohol or drugs during the pendency of this action. Do not drive without a license and insurance. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
What time was that court date?
10
I'm
a.m.
sorry.
It's at 10 a.m. We're going to be sending you out this order also in the mail. So you should be
Okay.
getting it, okay? And let's make sure we have your address. What address are you using?
602 Burnett Court Northwest, 98360.
That's Orting, right?
Correct.
All right. Thank you. You're free to go. Have a good day.
You too, Your Honor. How do I get out of here?
So we're going to track on there, make sure we track the infraction. Let me see who else is on here. So Bowden's on.
And Your Honor,
Good morning.
client is Mr. Maynard.
All right. And is that a 9? When is that?
That's a 9:30 review.
All right. And Ms. Bowden, are you there? She's probably going to have her lovely assistant take it off of.
He fixed it.
We were waiting, and this time he didn't get in the screen.
Oh. He tries to pretend like he doesn't know me.
Good morning. And
morning.
we're here for a review hearing on Tyler Maynard. And Mr. Walls, where are we on this? Good morning, Mr. Maynard.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this was a sentencing where we'd set it over for him to, he was given a 34-day commit, and I believe it was supposed to be 4 days in custody and 16 days EHM. But because of the pandemic, I'm not sure if those options are available. My suggestion at this point is simply to set this review over a month or two until it's more clear what options are available.
All right. Ms. Bowden, are you objecting to that?
Well, let's look at Mr. Maynard, because I know that he was hoping, I know it's unfortunate, but he was hoping to have everything, be done so he could get on with his life and get back to work. You're looking
Me
good,
too.
Mr. Maynard. Yeah, I know, but so we're going to have this looming over his head. I know we can get him on EHM right now. Can he afford, Mr. Maynard, can you afford EHM?
Yeah, I could. I'm actually working at the moment. Not my regular job in the evening, but with my uncle's tenant.
I would ask that the court convert the additional 4 days to EHM. We'll get him on EHM. He's made reasonable efforts. I know he went to jail for Puyallup. He's got a taste of jail. He's well aware. I know he's got history, but he's well aware of all the consequences. But I think given the situation with the pandemic, it's like beating the dog a year later for peeing on the floor. Not that I'd ever beat a dog, but, let's what? I love animals. See my kitty?
That's what you call timing. Talk about beating a dog when the cat comes on the screen. All right, Mr. Walls.
Your Honor, the city does have concern. This is a fourth offense DUI. He was on a deferred prosecution at the time he committed this offense. That has subsequently been revoked. So he did, and he is sentenced on that. I certainly don't have an objection for him doing the community service parts, but this was a negotiated settlement with the history.
All right. We're going to set this over for 1 month, and that is we'll set over the July 21st date, and we will see what has to be done then.
Can we do our EHM now? I mean, can we establish?
I don't care what order it's done in.
Okay, well, he can't do the jail, and he probably wouldn't want to do the jail right now, but how many days of EHM does he owe?
It looks like it is 60 days of EHM.
Mr. Maynard, would you like to get started on your EHM?
I'm sorry. My understanding was we converted the EHM days to just 4 days or 6 days in custody. Is that correct?
Converted additional 4 days of jail converted 16 additional.
And he'd already served EHM, I believe. Right, Mr. Maynard?
No, I haven't. Not for this case.
Yeah,
the 34 days.
He should be
34 days. We converted that into the extra days are already converted, so that's what the 34 days has the EHM in it.
Okay, so
yes,
so you just have to do the 34 days, but you'll be able to do work release if we put it out longer, right?
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and see we're going to go ahead and see where we are on the 21st, and we will continue to that day.
Okay. And just to be on the safe side, why don't we go into August? Because when
Well, you told me you didn't want it looming over his head that long, so I put it in July.
I thought it was EHM. It's
All
early.
right.
Okay. Can we have an August date, and that way we'll try to have it set up.
We'll do August 18th.
Okay.
That's at 10 o'clock a.m.
All right. And Mr. Maynard, you need to save up for your EHM time or your jail time. You know that if you're going to do work release.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you want to do work release, right? If
Yeah.
you're working. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Let me get this one here and fill at the top of that. All right. And Ms. Bowden, you have another one?
I do.
Hi.
Mr.
The Tiacum?
No, Nuval.
Oh. We also have you on motion to vacate committed finding on.
Oh, that's Mr. Britton. Lisa.
Well.
Oh, that's okay. We'll get him. Grab Ross. I need him on Satiacum.
All right. So we got Mr. Nuval.
Here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I do have a letter that you've committed. You completed 20 hours of community service. What else are we here for, Mr. Walls?
We still need an anger management.
All right. And can you tell us the status of anger management? Barb?
Mr. Nuval.
I have an appointment set on June 20th
Where are you going?
to do Tacoma stop.
Okay, that's good. They'll take care of you. They're zooming everything. Okay.
All right.
And I would
The
note
one
there's still
concern I
150
have
costs.
is, yeah, and the costs aren't paid. And the other part I have is that this is to be done by 8/6. So I just want to make sure it gets done by then.
Why don't we
Mr.
put it over
Nuval,
to 8/4?
What?
Why don't we set this over till 8/4?
Okay.
I got a question on the cost. I know Mr. Nuval is poor, and I don't know if he's working at all. So I'd like to know
If he wants to do an additional 10 hours of community service, we'll accept that as well.
Mr. Nuval?
I don't have a job right now.
Can you do 10 more hours of community service? I know a lot of places are closed, but if 10 hours is only a little over a day.
And they'll take them again at a recovery cafe. They're willing to do it, I'm sure.
I can do 10 more hours.
That's in lieu of you're asking for that in lieu of the cost, Mr. Walls?
Yes, that we had set that up originally, so that's fine.
All right. So if you do 10 more hours in lieu of that, that's fine. We still need you to get the anger management classes done by 8/6. Okay, so we're setting this for 8/4. And we will see you on that date, hopefully all done, so we can dismiss this case pursuant to the SOC.
Excellent.
Did you want to bring your lovely assistant in to handle this other one, or?
Tried to run away. Ross, the judge wants you right now. Now. You're getting held in contempt, Ross. He's going to hold you in contempt. He doesn't like waiting on you. Okay, here's Ross.
What? Oh, why didn't nobody tell me about the hearing?
That's an awesome suit you're wearing. Good morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do apologize.
I have a motion to vacate committed finding on Mr. Ty Satiacum and Mr. Walls, have you seen the motion?
I don't believe I have.
So, all right.
if we send them to the prosecutor, sometimes they object, Your Honor, so.
I thought on April 3rd, the city had received the motion notice of appearance demand for discovery. They did send us discovery. That was nice, but maybe Mr. Walls hadn't seen it personally, and that Miss Obermeyer, his paralegal, may have seen it and responded.
That is entirely possible.
Likely story.
So this is a motion for good cause to vacate committed finding. And maybe you can briefly fill Mr. Walls in. What's your argument and the basis for it? Well, Your Honor, unfortunately, there is not a very interesting story. This was something where, unfortunately, Mr. Satiakum did, in fact, receive the notice of infraction, and unfortunately, after receiving it, had misplaced it, and then ultimately, we think, discarded the notice of infraction. He was prompted by the letter from the Department of Licensing indicating that they were suspending his license as a result of the failure to respond. He contacted Department of Licensing. Department of Licensing told him to contact the court. He attempted to contact the court, but this, of course, was during the pandemic that we're still dealing with. And ultimately, he didn't get anywhere in contacting the court, contacted Ms. Bowden and hired her, and then we drafted and sent the motion for good cause. So unfortunately, it was Mr. Satiakum's intention to contest this infraction. However, fortunately, due to his own error, he did misplace the notice of infraction, and then, unfortunately, out of sight, out of mind, until he was reminded by the Department of Licensing that he had an obligation. So he's certainly chagrined.
What was the infraction?
It was a per electronic device or cell phone while driving, Your Honor.
All right. And so, Mr. Walls, essentially, it sounds like we're trying to set aside the motion, the FTR essentially, and reset this for hearing. Is there an objection to that?
I'll defer to the court.
I will withdraw the FTR and reset this for hearing, and we will send out a notice.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. Will a records correction also go to Department of Licensing?
Well, we will notify the Department of Licensing that the FTR has been recalled, and we already did.
Understood.
He just did it.
Certainly appreciate that, Your Honor. Thank you very much, and I apologize for my attire. I will be better prepared in the future.
Yes, well, we know that you're just there to, be tech support.
That's right. It's my only function now.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Walls. Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Bye.
Are we all done? Didn't you have two cases?
I did them.
Oh, fantastic.
Push
Thank
the
you.
button. All right, so I'm trying to see who I have here. I don't know who the Andrew is. Andrew, can you appear and take off your mute button? Okay, we've already taken care of your case, right, Mr. Have we done Duval? Yes. Yes, we've already done you, so you're free to go.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And then we have Brandon Hall.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right. So were you here when I read off the Statement of Defense Rights at Arraignment this morning?
No, sir, I was not.
All right. I'm going to make sure we go through those with you. So can you hand me that rights form? I'll just go grab it. Okay. To understand that you're charged with a criminal offense that carries a possible jail sentence, you should understand you're presumed innocent of any charge unless the charge is proven beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a speedy trial. If you're held in jail before trial, you must be brought to trial within 60 days of your commencement date. If you're released from jail before trial, you must be brought to trial within 90 days of your commencement date. You have a constitutional right to a jury trial unless you specifically give up that right by signing a jury trial waiver. You have the right to see, hear, and question all witnesses who testify against you. You have the right to call witnesses on your own behalf. You may have the court subpoena those witnesses to appear and testify at no prior expense to you. You have the right to testify on your own behalf. You also have the right to remain silent and not give any testimony or present any evidence in your defense. Your silence cannot be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney of your own choosing at arraignment and at all proceedings. If after your screen it is determined you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. Even though you do not have an attorney at arraignment, you do not waive your right to have an attorney at any later proceeding. If you feel you cannot have a fair trial because of the bias or prejudice of a judge, you have the right to ask for a different judge within 10 days of assignment to that judge. You're entitled to only one change of judge. You have the right of appeal from any judgment of guilty entered by this court. To begin the appeal, you must file a written notice of appeal in this court within 30 days of the judgment. If you plead guilty, you give up or waive all of your rights listed above, except for the right to be represented by an attorney. If you are not a citizen of the United States, a plea of guilty to an offense punishable as a crime in state law may be grounds for deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, or denial of naturalization pursuant to the laws of the United States. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right. So, do you know what is holding your license up right now?
I believe I have a driving on suspended in the third.
Right.
Through the city of Orting.
So, do you know what is keeping you from getting your license back?
Okay,
let me see if I can pull it up here. Where are the FTAs? Is that what it is? The only FTA, where is it at? Here? All right, so it says there's an FTA out of Orting. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to adjudicate the FTA here. And so that means, and so that is a, so if you call the court after this, and we'll put you on a payment plan, okay, but we're going to adjudicate that today. So then you need to go down to the DOL and see if you can get your license back when they're open. Yes.
It does appear there's a Clallam County ticket that's not on his jabs, but that's what's holding him up, a speeding ticket out of Clallam County. And then he will need to get the ignition airlock.
Okay.
Yes, I've already taken care of the Clallam County issue. Okay. They have taken the lien off of my license.
Okay. And is there an ignition interlock issue as well?
No, I have a vehicle that I have. When I actually got pulled over in Orting, I had an ignition interlock in my vehicle at that time. I just hadn't made it as far as getting my license reinstated.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do at this point is, Mr. Walls, Mr. Rusta, can you chime in and tell me how long you think that would take for that continue to be necessary for? Matt,
Your Honor, I'm asking for a 90-day continuance. Hopefully, between all the other attendant pandemic-related obstacles that maybe Mr. Hall can get reinstated by then. Mr. Hall, is that a realistic time frame?
Absolutely. My goal is to, once the city of Orting takes the lien off of my license, my goal is to have my license within 2 weeks.
We took we got rid of we adjudicated your FDR just now.
Okay, thank you.
That means that but they're still saying the Clallam County ticket is still holding up. I don't know what's going on there, but we have got rid of the FTR here.
That being said, I'm still going to ask for 90 days.
Right. Because, so Mr. Hall, we're setting that for 90 days, and is that you're asking for that? Is that well? Is that correct?
Yeah. What's the date on that?
We're getting it. Looks like 9/1 at 9:30.
9/1 at 9:30. Now, is that going to be by then?
Oh, sorry, it is
hopefully
10
it'll
o'clock.
be-
It is 10
okay,
o'clock.
10
We
o'clock.
should, by that time, we're hoping to be in the second week of our second hearing date in July is when we start opening the court up. So I'm assuming it will be at this juncture live. Okay?
Okay. Well,
All
I
right,
should
so
have
we'll
my license by then, so I should be able to make it there.
All right, we're signing you up. We're putting on, and we'll send you a copy of the order, but to make sure you have your correct address. What is your address?
303 South 5th, apartment H57, Squim 98382.
98 what again?
382.
303 South
5th.
5th, and that's H57, right?
Correct.
All right. Wim, Washington, 98382. All right, thank you. We'll get you a copy of this order. Anything else, Mr. Wallace?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Hold on. I think I have
Okay.
to finish arraigning you, I guess.
Oh.
Okay. You're charged by the city of Orting that on or about 6/8/2017 in Orting, Washington, you committed the crime of driving a license suspended into the third degree. To that charge, a plea of not guilty is entered. Further formal readings hereby waived. Probable cause is established based on the probable cause statement. I've released you on your own personal cognizance. The conditions of release are making all court appearances. The next one is going to be 9/1/2020 at 10 a.m. Notifying the address change, have no law violations, and do not drive without a license and insurance. You understand those conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We're sending this order to you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Dan Marlin. All right, so I'm not sure. I don't see any more arraignments on here. Marlin, who is Marlin? What is your full name? Somebody has
Marion
just.
Graff.
What's that?
Is that Marion Graff on the 930?
Okay. Marion Graff, is that you? Yeah, take your thing off speaker, Marion.
I believe it is.
Well, we have the video on, but no.
Yeah, that's me.
All right. All right. So that is the review time. And Mr. Wallace, go on this graph.
This is a deferred prosecution with a non-compliant treatment report.
Your Honor, I have not seen the report. Could Mr. Wallace just summarize?
The docket says, as of January 9th, compliance report, non-compliant due to sporadic attendance.
Ms. Graff, does the lockdown have anything to do with that?
Yeah, I already came to court for the January one. It was a misunderstanding, and I provided documents to you guys for the January incident because I was picking up a lot of shifts due to the holidays. But the reason why I'm coming for this court is because my incompliance, because I self-reported that I had a drink on my birthday. So that's why. But then my court got pushed because of this pandemic. So we never got to really. You guys wanted to do a review to see how I would be doing within a month or two, but then that's when the court's been getting pushed.
Yeah, that's what the 2/17/2020
Yeah.
And then we had a hearing on 3/2/2020. All right.
And then I was on scram and house arrest with Tacoma because of the incompliance in my self-report. So you guys told me to come back to see how I am doing. And yeah.
And how has it been since our last meeting? Any issues then?
No, I was able to get my ankle monitor off, my house arrest lifted, the EHM and the scram, and I've been complying with treatment.
All right. Have you got any information that you can provide to Mr. Resnick regarding that? And we can reset this and check you again in 60 days?
Yeah, I have my court order paper.
Okay, I need you to just, your attorney looks like it's Mr. Resnick, so you need to keep him apprised so when we come back, he knows what the status is, okay?
Do you have my email? I can just tell it to you right now, Ms. Graff. If you have something, you can write it down.
Let's go ahead and reset her for 60 days.
I do believe. No, actually, let me get paper.
Yeah, we're going to reset this. We're going to reset this for 60 days.
Okay.
And yeah, get Mr. Resnick's number or email and make sure he knows so he can help you out at the next hearing. And we're going to send you a copy of this order. Has your address changed?
No.
All right.
Okay. Is it okay if I just move the camera so I can get his rights?
As long as you're ready.
What I'm going to do, Marianne?
Oh, never mind. I have a thing.
Marianne, what we're going to do is we'll write it on a copy of the order we're sending you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm going to have Miss Kainoa. She's going to write it on the on your actual order, so you'll have Mr. Resnick's email. Okay.
Okay.
And so that'll get to you in a couple days here.
So when is the court?
It's on the it's August 4th, and it's gonna be in the order, okay? And
okay.
It's 8/4 at 9:30.
9:30.
All right, and if you are back in the good graces of the other court, you should probably be in the good graces of this court. So keep up the good work if that's the case, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, we will see you at that time. We want to see how you are and make sure that you're doing the right thing.
Okay. Thanks.
So what is he? So the question is, there's a way to see him in the waiting room. Well, let me see. Scott, who are you here for? You're on mute, so.
Josh Wallman.
Who?
Josh Wallman, review hearing.
Okay, so that's a 10 o'clock calendar, 9:30 calendar, I mean?
We got his 2
Yeah.
hours.
And is there anything else we need?
That was what he knew.
All right, we need a 2 hours community service. We got proof of it. Is there anything else we need?
If he got that, then that looks like he's in full compliance as far as I can tell.
Mr. Walls, anything else that we need from him?
No, I believe that was the last issue.
All right, so we have received proof of the 2 hours of community service. All right, so is this just is there anything else we need to do then?
I believe we're at the end. Say moves to dismiss.
All right.
No.
Mr. Terry is objecting to that.
No.
So this is is this a deferred or the SOC? What is this?
This is an SOC.
Okay. All right. So I am signing an order of dismissal because of compliance with the SOC. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. All right, so here.
Mr. Mosseri is pro se on for drive-in spend third on the 10 o'clock.
All right, and it's a review. No, it's a pre-trial. So what are we doing with Mr. Mosseri? Mr. Mosseri, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, so
I'm here.
Where are you on getting your license back?
I was able to pay $1,200 to my child support.
Okay.
And I called Puyallup and I called a couple of the other people that I owe the money to, and they're waiting for money. And I have an SSI check coming, and as soon as I get that, I'm going to distribute it amongst my tickets.
Okay. Mr.
And
Walls?
try to get my.
So the city would have to set this over let's go about 90 days again.
All right. And Mr. Mosseri, any objection to setting this out 90 days so you can get your license back?
No, sir.
All right. So we're going to set this for 90 days, and we're going to go ahead and send it to you in the mail. What is your address?
It is. It's P.O. Box
1954.
1954.
98360.
98360 Orting, Washington.
Okay.
Sorry, I have.
Okay. So we are going to set that. What's the 90 date? It's September 1. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So work hard. It sounds like you already are, but keep going. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right. All right. So who else do we have in here? Looks like we have some person, we have somebody in the lobby that Devin can't get in. So we're going to probably go to the lobby and meet him. Tucker.
While we're waiting, we could address Mr. Tibbetts on the 845.
All right.
Ms. Tibbetts has his license back, and so the city would move to no valid license second degree.
That's 017.
And set it over.
All right. What, is that 015?
015.
All right. All right. So we will set this over on the infraction calendar then on both of these. All right. So I'm going to check with Devin to see what we're doing here.
Yeah, if everybody, if you just the red door at the top of your screen there, if you end your breakout session, it'll put you back in the lobby.
Okay. So we'll go into leave the breakout room and go into the lobby, and then we can see the other person in the lobby.
Correct.
All right. So you got that, Aaron? You got that, Matt? It's up there. Is that little red dot? Do we have any other people around? Let me see. There's people, there's 6 of them, it says, and maybe most of them is us. Michael, what is your name?
Michael Gorham.
What calendar are you on? Okay.
Number 1.
Six and 7, all right. Mr. Gorham, do you have an attorney?
No, I don't, because of I don't know if he's there. I talked to him like 2 weeks ago. I called him on his card, the public defender, and talked to him about what was going on because of like all this stuff that happened.
You lost your job.
And well, yeah, I lost my job due to the virus, and then with all because I just like while I had the job, I got a nice car and stuff, and because I didn't know I was gonna like this stuff was gonna happen, and so I got a nice car and like the payments and stuff and my insurance. Like, so all the payments I have, like, with no money, like, that's why I don't know if I would qualify or anything, because I have, like, no money really at all. Because I haven't had a job for, like, 2 months since the virus.
So, Your Honor, I would ask to rescreen. He previously did not qualify. It sounds like there's been a change in circumstance.
All right. Based on that change of circumstances, currently you're unemployed. Is that correct, Mr. Gorham?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to direct appoint Mr. Resnick. Mr. Resnick, what do you need on this case?
At this point, I'm going to ask that reset or continue, I should say, with a reset on Speedy.
All right. So we want to do the July 21st date?
That'll be fine.
All right. So, Mr. Gorham, we're going to appoint Mr. Resnick as your attorney, and we're going to set the hearing for July 21st at 10 o'clock a.m., okay?
Okay, July 21st.
July 21st.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and send you a copy of this order. So do we have the correct address for you? What is your address?
508.
P.O. Box.
Oh, P.O. Box.
Okay.
812. Orting, Washington, 98360.
Okay. We will send you the order. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do we still have a Michael? Michael?
That's him.
Oh, is that okay? All right. So we have no one else. Well, we missed a lot of people today.
We could address one others from the 845.
Okay.
Emily Anderson.
Yes.
I was contacted by her attorney. He is in a murder trial and is unavailable, so I would ask just to set that over.
You want to the next date or to the second date in July?
Hold on, I had let's just go to the second date in July at this point.
All right, we'll set over the second date of July and noting that this is the attorney's unavailability for this. All right, anyone else on that? Because we have anything from Gomez Flores?
No, I don't have anything else.
I'll note FTA and reset these others. We did Brandon Hall. Gabriel Hoquin, note FTA reset.
You want me to go out to the 30 days?
Yeah. And because these are going to still be Chad Mergel, FTA reset. O'Shampo, FTA reset. Dion Peterson, FTA. Ramon Rogers, FTA, and Jager Shaw, FTA.
On Emily Anderson, we're going to do the.
No.
Or I mean,
No.
Okay.
No. He's just he's in a murder trial, so And on Tibbetts, that's being charged under the 0151, and we're going to set that on the arraignment calendar. So it's not the 017, it's the 015.
Okay. Not an infraction calendar?
It's it's still an infraction.
Okay.
So set them both on an infraction calendar. Infractions, not arraignment, no, sorry. And on the 930s, we have Marvin Anderson.
Oh.
And any I don't know, or
Not Beckala, Aaron. You were asking about him.
we did Hartstrom, right?
We did Hartstrom.
All right, so no word from Anderson or Beckala?
So Beckala, he was in compliance, and then we stopped getting compliance reports. Mr. Carlo, who was here earlier, used to be his attorney, but did move to withdraw.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what's going on with him.
Well, let's reset it right now.
That might be a good time.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Matt and Aaron, when I asked both of you, we have some people that are non-compliant with treatment because they're not allowed to go to the agency. What are we doing with those right now? How far do we want to set those out?
Well, Your Honor, I could address. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I would say generally set it out to August.
Okay. Matt?
I would agree with that. And I was just going to say, while we're taking a de facto recess here, but we're still on record, I just addressed Jamie Johnston, and I know I mentioned this before we went on record, and Aaron wasn't with us yet. She did call before court today saying she was having technical difficulties accessing Blue Jeans, and that's Jamie Johnston, 9Z0758336. I'd asked to reset that.
What is the issue on
likewise.
that one?
Treatment. She's also, and it pretty much, you just nailed it on the head. She's having
All right, we'll
problems.
set this for August. We'll set Jamie Johnston for August. And we just did Mr. Wallman, so I don't have to worry about that one.
So we're setting Beckala out to August?
We're setting Johnston out to August. Beckla is, what is this one?
How far?
Yeah, we'll set Beckla out to August. What about Mr. Anderson, the animals at large case?
I've not heard anything on that.
We'll set him out to the next available one.
That is an infraction, if I'm not.
Why is it a review?
They're all the.
Oh, it's a contested hearing on the infraction.
It must be.
I would just ask to find that committee.
I have no attorney on it. Doesn't say so anyway.
What's the name?
It's Marvin Anderson. All right, let's see. And now we still have a 10 o'clock calendar coming, I'm sure, because, they wouldn't stand us up. So we are going to 9:50. We'll take a 10-minute break. We'll see you back at 10.
We still have just Bonnie Cook Bays and her attorney in the lobby.
Aaron?
I'm here.
Hey, I guess the only one in the lobby is Bays Cook with her attorney. Have you been able to talk with her?
We had sent that over from last time. They were trying to enter a deferred prosecution, but I don't think they had everything put together quite yet. So I haven't spoken to them, but I'm guessing that's what we're going to do.
Let's probably continue it.
It probably set it or enter the deferred prosecution.
Okay,
I think
do
they
we
were
have
just
the
waiting
papers?
for the commit to treatment or something like that.
All right. So, Devin, can you go ahead and send Bays Cook and her attorney in?
Yep, doing that now here. Stand
All
by.
right, thanks. Have we got the papers for the deferred on Bays Cook? Okay, we have findings of fact. All right. And have you looked at the findings in order?
I briefly looked at them.
Good morning.
Morning.
You don't look like Nicole Fisher.
Are you sure? My name's Zach Myers. I'm Role 9. I'm standing in for Ms. Fisher.
All right. Good morning, Ms.
Good
Cook.
morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. I got into the website this time, so I'm very happy.
All right, Mr. Walls, what are your thoughts and where are we going with this?
My understanding is they want to enter the deferred prosecution today.
All right. And counsel?
Yes, we do want to enter the deferred prosecution. We've gone over. I'm sorry?
Do I have the commitment to treat here?
Yes. Yes, we have the commitment to treat. We've gone over substance abuse and treatment with the client, as well as the admission of guilt, as well as the constitutional rights that she'd be giving up in order to do this.
Right.
We've also submitted the evaluations, as well as the treatment compliance report and the victims impact panel.
Yeah, I don't have any of that, so.
We filed that with the clerk a few weeks ago, but we can refile that today.
My filing is, I haven't been in the office.
Filing has not occurred because we have been remotely operating a court for the last, I don't know why, but we have been. So we haven't got those records right this second, so she's going to see if she can pull them up here.
Okay.
Go through here.
Would you rather us just send it via email right now?
Let me see what she's doing first. Okay, looks like she has some stuff here. Right.
I have an interlock installation notification, and it says that it's under a proof of treatment, but I don't have the proof of treatment. Was there more than this?
Devin's looking on the faxes right now.
Okay, and then I also
I don't have.
and Mr. Walls, do you have the I have, I guess, what is this? This is, as you may recall, Ms. Cook was in contact with the agency at the time she diagnosed as an alcohol use disorder moderate, recommended to attend a 6-month inpatient educational treatment program. All right, so let me see that. All right, here we go. So here we have the valuation now. All right, I think we have it here. I think we have it. All right, so I have proof of the that she attended the victims panel. I have the evaluation. I still don't see a commitment to treat. Am I missing that?
I think it's at the end of the evaluation. There's a commit to treat.
I have the assessment.
I think they just put it into the evaluation.
They said they tell us what the treatment program will consist of.
I'm looking at page 5. It says commit to provide treatment.
All right, I only have page 4 on mine.
I have a 5 and a 6.
So what's the date of yours?
5/18.
Yeah, I have a 1/16/2020. So I'm not seeing that so maybe you can go ahead and email that, counsel, because I'm not seeing the 5/18 commit to treat. All right. So while he's doing that, Mr. Wallace, the BAC fee is,
I believe it's $250 at this point.
So it went up from 200, right?
Yeah, it's been a while, but I think that's.
I believe it was. And what are the court costs we have in this one?
Your Honor, do you want this treatment compliance report sent to Kim?
And Your Honor, I do have the ERC costs as well.
What are the ERC costs?
It's $386.27.
386.27 ERC. And
Bonnie,
Yes,
you've gone over this thoroughly with your attorney,
yes, I have.
and you understand that this is basically saying, look, we're understand that alcoholism is a disease, and that as such, you are going to do your best to beat this disease. And that's what you're telling this court, is that you're going to do your best to do that. And if you do that, then this doesn't go on your record. You understand that?
Yes,
And is this the way?
absolutely, Your Honor.
And are you taking this seriously? And you're going to be able to do this?
Yes, I've already started my classes, attending all of them.
I'd like to see you at the end of this, and I would like to congratulate you at the end of this.
Bless your heart. Thank you.
Okay? So
Yes.
I am signing the order. The costs on here, and as normal with these, we do take payments, and if you can't make a payment, we do allow you to take all the time you need. Okay, so the fines, the BAC is $250. The ERC, emergency response, is $386.27. The court costs are $150, and the monitoring fee is $240. We're going to set you up on minimum monthly payments, and remember, if you can't make a payment, call us and we work with you. Aaron, what is the agreed waiver of speedy trial is accepted to expire on what day is this?
Well, with
Is
deferred
that
prosecution,
is that the end of the 5 years, correct?
yeah, I mean, I think it's just completely waived.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you have a right to speedy trial once you enter deferred prosecution.
All right, I have signed off on the findings and order granting deferred prosecution. And again, Bonnie, I'm putting this all in your hands right now. That means it's all up to you, okay? So I know you're going to succeed, so you do that, all right?
I will. Definitely.
All right, so I don't want to see you until you've completed this. That means I don't
No,
want you.
absolutely not. CJ's got me on the straight and narrow path.
All right, good. Keep it up, all right? We'll send you a copy of order.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Aaron, on the Bekla case, apparently that was here today. Mr. Carlo was on it. I hadn't granted a withdrawal yet, but is there an objection to the withdrawal on the Bekla case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so he didn't send me an order. Devin, do we have anyone else out there, or was just?
We do not.
Wow. There's only a couple 20 that didn't show up.
I think
That is
all
so
of
bizarre.
all of the people on the 10 o'clock are driving spent thirds who have not gotten their license back. So.
Well,
of course they can't drive to court, you know.
Yeah, they can't drive to their computer to get to court.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at 10:30, if no one shows, we are going to FTA everyone. And is there anybody on this that you know anything about or want to say anything about? And it's a good time to do it.
No, Your Honor.
Anything from you, Aaron?
No. Like I said, I went through. They're all suspended third cases with a suspended license.
I just can't believe they wouldn't come here and see us. Moseri was here though, right? We did Moseri.
We did take care of a couple, but everyone else.
I'm just going to try to see if there. Yeah, we took care of Gorham. We took care of Bonnie Cookbay's. Gorham's done. Again. So we will We will, no, it's this next one and then the one after. Are we doing it also July 2nd, right? Or is it? Yeah, so the next two will be virtual, and then I'm thinking of having the court. No, the second we're going to do in person, but half. What I want to do on this, if that's all right with you, is on the first one in July, I want the attorneys there so we can handle pre-trials and get some of those out of the way. We'll be in the courtroom with our computers or our phones, and we'll be able to have the arraignments and hopefully the arraignments will all be done by way of the Zoom, and anything that is going to be a continuance, if you give us notice in advance, we can reset them for a Zoom. But other than that, I'd like to get the pre-trials and see if we can get a lot of those moved on, sentenced, whatever we need to do, because I think you're probably already backlogged in a few courts, both of you. So let's see if we can end the backlog here. And we can do that. I will still be doing the infractions later in the afternoon by Blue Jean. So we're going to do one more of these on this, because it goes so smooth. It's not from the technology, it's from the people showing up and not wanting to get it done. So we'll get them back in court, and then we will see what happens. That's, of course, assuming that